foremost, I want to commend all of you because this is an extremely important issue for us, not only in New Jersey, but also in the United States. You know, New Jersey does have a infrastructure bank already established. There are some loans and programs that we take care of, but you know what, on a national level. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about the bill that has to do with the national level that I've introduced along with Senator Johnson. So, and we're going to start pushing this because it is important that we bring this issue to the attention of our Congress. The resolution that I've introduced along with Senator Johnson urges Congress to establish National Infrastructure Bank. Why is this important for us? And many of you know this is because when a state does something, and now we're saying as a legislature, and you said it yourself, you have bipartisan support, which I have this on the bill as well, and you're going to hear about this tonight. Bipartisan support, not only national level, but for the state, you'll see, I believe you have another one of my colleagues coming on. And what we're going to show you is that once this gets passed, I will send it to all of the delegation in Congress and saying, hey, you know what, we passed this bill in the state because we think it's something we can get behind and support. When we talk about the national infrastructure bill, we need to start thinking ahead. And one of the most important things that we're dealing with, not only on a federal level, but on a state level, is our affordability, is making sure that our families are able to stay in the United States, is able to stay in New Jersey, is able to continue affording without it costing or breaking the bank for our states. And with this, like you've heard, and I'm sure you're going to hear over and over again about how this does not cost states money. Matter of fact, it probably even helps states be able to continue with the affordability, continue with supplying jobs. It creates the jobs that are needed. Our infrastructure, especially if we're looking for our future generation to be able to move forward in a world that is going to keep up with the times, we have to start bringing our infrastructure. Not only on the waterfront, because I sit as an MUA chair in my local town, but I can tell you our roads and our bridges and all of that is in need of repair and is in need of bringing up to the 21st century. And we need to start making sure that all of this infrastructure that we're talking about, not just about, like I said, it's not just about roads, it's not just about water, it's about everything, climate change. It's about bringing our jobs. It's about affordability that we need to now show that we want to stay in our state. And there are some things that can be done on a national level that would undoubtedly help the states continue with that affordability and continue improving our infrastructure. Our trains, when we talk about, you know, our river lines and our train tracks in New Jersey, particularly, down in South Jersey, when I look at South Jersey, we're limited on our train access. And therefore, we should be able to go to a place that would allow us to be able to, as a state or as whomever it is that's applying for a loan, to be able to have proper tracks and transportation down in South Jersey. Ultimately, if we're talking about trains, it alleviates congestion, right? And we're talking about, and those of you who are in New York, you know, we're just now learning about your congestion tax. And as we start seeing the overabundance of cars and trucks, we're going to start seeing more damage to our roads. So when we talk about this bill, we're talking about, we're getting our support from our colleagues to say, Congress, you should pass your bill. You should talk about how we need to make sure that not only New Jersey, but around this country, our roads and our infrastructure are brought up to speed. And we need to make sure that they know that this should be done through a national level. Consider everybody drives on the roads, whether you travel across country or if you travel a few states, whatever those cases may be, our roads and infrastructure is need repair. The other thing I just want to touch base with you, like I said, it's about the jobs. It's about what we're saving. It's about making sure those folks have the ability to continue to stay here and be able to move around. But more importantly, your bill, it's a bipartisan bill. And why is that important, at least to me as a legislator? because we need to get things done, not only in our state, but also in federal government. Right now, federal government isn't doing too much of what I consider to be advancing anything. And like you said, the bill, you got up to a certain point and then the bill stopped because session was let out. So now we have to make sure that we get this bill back on the radar. And I'm hoping, after I met with a few of your folks last week, and I'm hoping that we can start getting a few of the Congress on the bill as well, including the senators, in order to be able to pursue it in Congress, not only on the Democratic side, but also on the Republican side. And that bipartisan is so important, especially in DC, to get this moving, because things are not going to get done fast based on what we're seeing. And we need to get the buy-in of everybody showing how important this is. I am open for questions. I'll be here a little while longer, but my office, Mike is on here from my office, his wife, Mike Zupko. I think he'll be on for a little while longer, but I am always open for questions. I'll meet with you guys if you need to meet more and talk about this. I will keep you guys informed of when this bill is going to start moving forward in order to help. And once this bill passes both the Senate and the Assembly and goes to the Secretary of State for filing as a resolution, it will be sent to every single congressional member in the state of New Jersey, as well as the two senators, saying we need to get moving on this. And this is including on a bipartisan support. So I just wanted to end it there if you have any additional questions for me.